telling you about the updates that have happened on my Minecraft server. Now you might be wondering, why do I have a zombie head on? No, that's because whenever other people are online, there's a locator bar that reveals the location of everyone. I don't like that, so I had to have the mob head on so that I'm hidden from that. Anyways, moving on to my house for the updates. I got some new azalea trees from whenever I went hunting for moss, which I'll show you in a minute. I have a banner in front of my house because there's now sort of a war going on with factions. Because of something that happened with Austin a little bit ago. More on that later, though. I have another zombie head. The zombie head I have on right now used to be right here, but I put it on my head because of the locator bar. I got this from a charge creeper with my channeling tridents, plural, because whenever I was building bridges around the base, I got killed and thought I lost my U-fork. I was given a pumpkin pie by Jonah, the day after Austin's Reckoning. And over here, I had to move around some of my stuff. Because I ran out of room on a miscellaneous chest, I ended up moving my bottles over here, and moving my, whatever the hell these things, armor trims up here. Well, they were already up here, but I gave it, actual recognition. And now this is reserved for more just miscellaneous items, and I emptied out my trash. Over here, I have my wall of anvils, so that I never have to worry about enchanting again without an anvil. I have a new painting, and in sad news, Polly died. I had him on my shoulder, and I did not realize that he could suffocate in a wall. So he suffocated in a wall, unbeknownst to me before it was already too late, but I have him here memorialized. Anyways, moving on. Down here, I made a new room for myself, my incinerator room. This is it. Just lava with iron bars and a lantern. That's it. So coming back upstairs and moving outside, we have some new pets to talk about. I covered the ground in moss because of this guy. His name is Duff Guy, because he likes to pick a fight with everyone he sees. And he already got himself killed twice on his way over here. But I had to cover the ground in moss because, yep, he's trying to fight someone right now. But he covered the ground in snow, but with moss he can't do that, and I can keep this place looking green. I got myself a mule. You already saw a fish fillet. Oh, and Hairless Jerry is actually another topic of war recently. Yeah. My original sheep, which I've had part of their bloodline since day 2, has become part of war. Also, I have 2 happy gas now. Get back here. I have Oogly Boogly and Henry. And there's a third one in here named Comrade George, but this is Gino's ghast. Because of war, he's scared that it's going to get loose on top of his house. So he's over here for now. Moving on, I also have an iron golem named Don Quavius Delosimus. He walks around patrolling. And I got some donkeys, which helped me get the mule, named Fat Pants. And this one over here, named Donkey. I also have a sniffer, which I went out to try and find. It was a couple 10,000 blocks that way. I also got a pet cow, 2 pet cows, named Mooers and Mooey. And I put an azalea tree in here, along with some azalea flowers. Moving on upstairs, there isn't much, given the fact that my dragon egg has been restored, because I wanted to put it back, and I didn't want it in my ender chest anymore. This is another reason why I was able to put it back, because I now can threaten people with blowing up their bases, which Gino already did to Austin, because of illegal duping. Moving on, I also got the Good Boy painting, And I taxpayer dollars. Hi, black man. Over here, Polly Jr. now lives here, as the son to his father, Polly, so as a legacy, he can also live on there. Moving on to the next house, we have Max's house. Ow. Now, almost nothing has changed over here, other than the fact that I put an ender chest in here, and someone stole his door and put a sapling in here. That's literally it for this place. And that some dirt blocks have been taken by endermen. That's it though. So moving on, we have Jonah's house. Outside, I built this bridge, but Jonah put down the carpet. And using the area that I excavated to put the bridge down, he built a cocoa bean farm. Inside, I'm pretty sure this is Jonah's faction. I don't remember the name of it, but he's in a different faction right now. He's also changed up his loom. And, moving inside his house, he also has a pet parrot named Polly, and another one named Stuart. I also put the ender chest down, and he's expanded his sheep farm, allowing for him to get every type of sheep, I'm pretty sure. He has a scarecrow now, a pond, a chicken farm, and he has two horses named Dictionary and Encyclopedia, neither of which I have touched in my entire life. Over here, we have some more llamas. Gregor. Sinclair is actually Pablo, just with a new name. Meersalt, Dante, and Faust. Moving downstairs, I said in the last video, there was an area in Jonah's house that I didn't think was ever going to get finished. I was very wrong. He put his grindstone down here. Or not grindstone, his stone cutter and grindstone down here, along with a whole bunch of anvils. He also has a pet panda named Lard, who lives in a beach underground. Over here, he has a new lectern. He's changed up the way that his book room works. And in the pole room, Harry the Stalker has expanded a little bit. There we go. Down here, I don't remember if he had carpeting before, but he's been giving Jonah some gifts, which I can't show you now because he has the armor on. But he gave Jonah mending netherite armor. And he has a pet zombie and his armor. He has no new toenails. And he has his secret stash, which no one can see. Back upstairs. That's pretty much it for Jonah's house. I guess he also has this room, which will probably turn into something soon. As long as it's not an English project, then it will never get finished. I'm gonna go to sleep because it's nighttime, and then I'll show you the next house. Moving over to Killian's house, I'm gonna actually do this in two separate parts because of certain things. I built these two bridges outside before the factions were established. This is his faction. He calls it the Peace Faction, even though some of his members are not so peaceful. Inside his house, though, he changed up the background on his nether portal, and he's given himself an upstairs area, which does look very nice. However, this is where his faction members live, such as Austin, who does some illegal, just a little bit of illegal duping on items that don't need duped, like chests, and items like fireworks and stuff. And he also stole my dragon egg. So, I actually flooded this area, but before this, Gino blew up his bases and cleared his inventory because he's server admin, due to all the duping that he was doing. Now, I didn't flood his house because of duping. I did this because he let Hairless Jerry out, and he almost got lost forever. But luckily, he got caught in my bamboo. But I flooded this entire area as revenge. and told him in signs outside of Austin's tower to never fucking try that ever again, or I will nuke his house. But back downstairs, nothing new over here inside, but outside, he's expanded a lot. Such as this bamboo farm, his sugarcane farm, which has not a lot of sugarcane in it right now. He has a villager trading hall, a small one, but still with some stuff. He has almost every type of, almost every type of crop, going way back, along with a small pond nearby. He's been trying to collect every item, well, every block in the game, which he hasn't made much progress on recently, but he'll probably get on that soon. Over here, he just has more banners, and he just finished terraforming this earlier today. This used to just be a whole bunch of water and sugarcane, so I'm not sure what he has planned over here. Moving on, we have the Netherrack room, which has some diamond swords and some armor, and that's it. That's literally it. Also, moving on, we have Linus's house right behind it. Now, Linus has been doing a lot at his house, not on this floor though. He has an ender chest there, thanks to me. And downstairs, he has done a lot, along with getting a sheep and cow farm, and creating his own villager trading hall, which I have not used. He also, over here, has more villagers that he keeps captive. Wait, did I already... I can't remember if I showed you this or not. But, even if I did, moving upstairs, this is completely new. He's not even finished yet. He's starting work on his upstairs of his house, which he's made really fast progress on, because I only went to get lunch an hour ago. And, well, that's really it. He has some trees back here, and nothing else. Anyways, moving on. Next up, we have Landon's house. There has been almost nothing happening over here because Landon has yet to get back on the server. The only things are his netherite got stolen, and some blocks are missing from his house. That is the only difference here. So moving on again, we have Austin's old house, which he's still in the process of moving out of, which he's been for the last 4 days. So his dogs are outside, and I'm pretty sure he forgot about his cat. But moving inside, there's not much anymore. Just the ruins of a really nice house that Linus built. And downstairs, there's also nothing. His zombie, actually did survive the flooding, though I'm assuming he died to Austin's Thorns armor anyways, on his way out. This is, the reckoning actually happened because, four days ago, Gina wanted to pull a prank, so he gave me and Jonah creative mode, and we did nothing but cover his house in bedrock, which I thought we got rid of the whole thing, but we missed a few spots. He was not happy about this, so we removed the bedrock, which we were going to do anyways. Then he started killing everyone's pets and blowing stuff up. So Gino had to make a backup of the server, and then Linus flooded his house. So that's why we're at war, because of pet killings. There's still some remnants of the flooding, such as this being full, and Harry the Stalker's old house. But moving back upstairs, there's, again, almost nothing anymore, other than a few things that he left behind. But yeah, that's why we're at war, because of duping and animal killing. His pet Bacon did get struck by lightning, which is why he's Pigman now. But he survived the whole thing. Some of his dogs and one of his cats were not so lucky though. Moving on, back over at my house, there's one thing I forgot to show you, which is I went out and completed a music disc collection. I got a lot of duplicates of Cat and Wait, but this took me a long time to get all these music discs. I think this is the complete collection. We do not have the Lava Chicken one yet on Bedrock, so I don't have that one yet, but I do have plans to get it whenever it does come to Bedrock. And also, over here, my sniffer has been giving me flowers, the new sniffer flowers, so I've been planting all those. Anyways, moving on, over to my frog pen. I'm gonna die if I keep doing that. I've given all my frogs names. Viet Cong, Ribbiter, Indian Man, Frogadier, Froakie, British Broadcasting Center, and up here, one has a very special name. Ow! That didn't even hurt. Why did I ow? Ow! This one up here is named In the Trees. And moving down here, whenever I was getting my azaleas, I decided to also finish my axolotls, getting every color except for the blue one. And all of them now have names. And also, some frogs are finally using this, so I can show you I didn't build it for nothing. And if I wanted to, I could lock them in here, but I'm not going to do that. But that's it for over here. I just decided to give all these guys names finally. So, moving on, we have Gino's compound. He now has a whole bunch of bamboo over here. And as far as I'm aware, there have been some changes made down here, such as some of his cows getting out, his armor which he used to be at the end being broken by Austin. This guy's still here though. He did tell me that there were some other changes. I don't know if he killed Bob or not. Oh no, that's not good. His dogs got moved in here. So did his bed. This is Gino's stuff. So it looks like he moved in with Bob, who is still a very good dog. And moving outside. Get out of my way. We have his other house, which is another reason we're at war now. I originally was going to stay out of factions until this happened, which is where Hairless Jerry got set free, and he destroyed Gino's house for no reason, and without a backup of the server. Gino set a backup. It was just supposed to be a funny prank with the Bedrock, but it turned into all-out war and distrust, because Austin took it way too far. So there have been a lot of explosions, random block placements, and ow, that's the wrong one. Over here, this up here has been fine, except for the fact that there's this. So Austin's been doing a lot of bad stuff recently. Even though after the reset, everything of his was completely fine, he continued to wreak havoc. So we flooded his house, and then he continued to dupe items, which we have all been told multiple times that is not allowed. You are not allowed to dupe items on this server. But he did it anyways. And then decides to attack everyone whenever he gets punished. So moving on, we have Rewash's compound, which he's been doing a lot. Though I actually built this bridge and decided to make it unique with soul sand lamps. You already saw this arch, which he ended up completing. Back here, he finished this tower, I think. It's basically the floors that you saw in the last video. It appears to just be this stuff, just looping a whole bunch, and then a little bit more. So yeah, nothing too much over here, but that's not all Rewash has been doing. Over here, he built all of this, including getting all of these saplings on his own. He built this giant dojo, which he might not quite be finished yet, but it's still looking really impressive already. On the inside, though, he has yet to finish the inside. But hopefully this gets finished soon, because it's looking pretty fantastic. So, next up, we have this mysterious thingamajig. Rewash said that this is not his land, but I'm not sure who this is, because I don't think anyone else has been building over here. So this is complete mystery of who's building it. And now, next up, we move back to Killian's base, because up here, we have Bojar Jenkins. He was moved from solitary confinement over there, and is finally allowed back into the public eye. And he now owns this tower. This is all his. So next, I'm gonna leave him alone because he's still very scary. So next up, we have what I call the nuking sites from the Austin saga of destruction. This was Austin's underground duping compound, where he would just dupe items over and over again. He tried to keep it a secret, but he sucked at doing that. So Gino and me found out, and Gino bombed the whole thing. There's nothing left of it at all. And that's not all. Before that, he had his duping operations over here, which he took down and moved underground. Though after that was blown up, he moved back over here. So Gino blew that up as well because of duping. Again, he never stopped duping. So he came over here, duped some more, so Gino blew this up as well and flooded it. So you'll never actually be able to see what these two places looked like in there when they were first built. He also has this random bridge out here, which I think is supposed to lead up to this giant floating pirate ship, though I told him that I had already looted it. As evident by the fact that there's only a pumpkin in here. But yeah, that's pretty much all the updates on the server. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all next time. Ow.